Hello and welcome to the Spiritual View. I'm Jennifer Halliburton with the Awakened Gen Tarot, and I'm one of the hosts for the Spiritual View. And today we're going to be doing Twin Flame Tuesday. So I'm going to go ahead and get this slide up on the screen and just show you what we've got planned today. So we're going to be doing a pick a card reading today. So I figured because we all are in different spaces in our twin flame journey that it would be easier to kind of separate us into where we actually are. So group A is for those of us that are in complete no contact separation. And that's probably the most painful one of all. So we'll be looking into that connection. Group B is those that you do have contact. You're not in complete no contact, but you are still in separation. And so I feel like there's a lot that fall into that category. And then group C is for those of you who are in union in some way. So you may not be in complete harmonious union because I feel like those people are probably not even watching my videos for this, but you do have some level of connection. You have, I would say in this one, you probably are considering yourselves in a true relationship to be in union in this situation. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. But before we get too far into that, I want us to take 3 deep breaths together and do the invocation call on the spirit team. So if you'll close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths with me. All right, so breathe in. That's 1. Breathe in. That's 2. Breathe in. That's 3. I now call in my angels, archangels, ascended masters, my higher self and guardian angels to please enter this present space and time. I call upon Archangel Michael to place a bubble of protection around us. Only beings of the highest vibration of pure love and light may enter in. So be it. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with Group A. And so for Group A, we're going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle to pull the overall energy of the connection. And then we're going to use the Mermaid Tarot to pull the spread. So we'll start with the Wisdom of the Oracle. I do want to get my second screen up. So let's see, get this turned around. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Okay, so starting with the Wisdom of the Oracle, what is the overall energy of this connection? This is the ones that are in complete no contact. What is the energy of this connection? Energy of the connection at this time. We have between worlds. So this could explain why we are in no contact right now, because between worlds tells me we're kind of stuck in the void. So we have disconnected from the old life, but we've not completely anchored ourselves into the new life yet. So like we're still just in this holding pattern. Let me see what the book says about this. All right, so that's a number 3 card. So that's the divine feminine energy of that one. So between worlds means transitions, not being quite out of a situation or fully engaged in another, temporary blindness, no man's land. All right, so for the relationship, it says this is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. I think that's an important thing for us to kind of sit and think about right there. Just what that said is that in this space right now, you're getting very clear about your likes and your dislikes, about how you want your relationships to go, how you want your connections to be aligned. And so that's the parts like you're seeing, because you're in complete no contact separation, you're absolutely out of alignment with your counterpart, or else you'd be in some level of connection. So I feel like that's what is being given you the opportunity right now, is to be able to really see what it is you're actually wanting, what you actually like. Something that I realized about myself way too late in life was that, when I got married originally, I had no idea what I was even looking for in a future spouse. So I got married at the age of 20. And I mean, you don't have like, most people by that age are not spending a lot of time really thinking about their life in that big way. And so after you've lived life, and you've got to experience a lot of things that you don't like about life, especially in relationships, you do start building your list of, okay, this is the must haves and this is the deal breakers, and just really knowing, like what kind of connection you're really wanting. So you're being given an opportunity right now to see. So like how this person is even not responding to you is giving you information about what you're willing to put up with and what you're not in connections. All right, so we're going to pull the spread now, and let's see what I got here. All right, so the first part, I'm just going to pull the timeline, the current timeline that you're on. All right. Those in no contact, twin flames in no contact. Show me this timeline. All right. So current timeline, we have the Six of Cups, Ten of Swords, Four of Swords. Okay, so this is past, present, future. So we did have this connection. The Six of Cups is this reconnection of this person from the past. It probably felt really, really good, and we really thought it was going to go places. I mean, this is true soul alignment that had come in. But where we're at right now is in this Ten of Swords energy, and it feels like it is completely over. And I feel like that what we are seeing with this card right here is one way of living is over. So we're moving out from these older, darker times, and we're moving over into these technicolor, this more vibrant life. And so, I mean, I almost see this as moving from fear to love, moving from fear to love here. This is like the ascension from the 3D to the 5D. So we did have to close something out. And we can look at that to see what was this? What was the thing that we had to end here? And then we are moving to this Four of Swords energy. This is very beautiful energy. This is healing. But there's just a time of rest, a time of pause before we can get to our new world. We're in between worlds right now. So this was probably the activation of kind of like releasing you from the old world. And this may be the release from your old world right here. But you've still got to heal before you're ready to be in your new world. Okay, so let me look at what is this Ten of Swords energy. So we have the Page of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Page of Swords it's about a message. The page is a message of truth. There was some enlightenment that came in. And in that way, that enlightenment was a gift that is getting you into this alignment with your soul, with your soulmate. but this information caused you to have to close something out. And it does look connected to this connection. You had to close out this connection because whatever this information was, which was a gift to you, this information that was a gift to you caused you to have to close out this high level soulmate connection. Okay. So, what are the current challenges right now for this connection? We have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is there's not a lot of cooperation. You're not working together at all. And with the threes, that does tell me there might be some other people involved. And so if this is our current challenge, is we're just not working well together. Well, why aren't we working well together? Why are we not able to bring in this union? So we have the Two of Wands. That is about being out of our comfort zone. It's about being in a planning stage, trying to figure out what your next step needs to be. But there is something here about like needing, the action has not been taken. But this also feels like it feels really uncomfortable to take that action. All right, so what is the advice at this time? We have Death. So again, that's coming back to this card right here too. And it just really feels like that whatever ending happened for this connection was very necessary to bring about this change that we're looking for. The advice here, is to bring about this complete transition and change. It's really, look at how much of that energy really has been brought out into this whole reading. Is we started with this card right here, the Between Worlds, and you just see how it's completely changing. You're going from one way of life to another. And then this, there is a complete ending of one way of life and then a beginning of the next life. Here again, we're looking at the same thing. There is a complete ending and then a new beginning. So I just feel like that this is a very significant time. The healing part is probably the piece that is the most significant here about keeping you still in separation. Okay, so what does this situation look like in 1 week? We have the Chariot, the Eight of Cups, and the Hermit. So I feel like that we are still going to be kind of doing this on our own. I feel like that definitely within a week, we're still not seeing the reconnection yet. But with the Chariot, that does tell me that we are moving in the right direction, at least for ourselves. And that direction is, again, moving away from the counterpart. We're moving forward on our path. We're just going to continue forward towards the things that light up our soul, towards the things that we know are meant for us. We're not being focused on this. And then, again, we're just kind of being guided now to just take some time on our solo path right now. So this feels like very much like right now, there's some purpose in the singleness is what I'm getting. There's purpose in the singleness. All right. So what is your best move forward at this time? We have the Star, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. This is a new person. This is being open to someone else to come in. And so I have seen that a lot in even like the personal readings that I've been doing, is that a lot of the feminines have leveled up so much that they are completely out of alignment with their masculine. And so a lot of them are having a twin flame facilitator coming in to help them be able to continue on their mission. And so your best move forward right now, one, you put your actual wishes out there. And so again, what I was telling you earlier about getting clear about what it is that you're actually wanting, like the actual wishes, like that, put your list out there. Here's my must have. Here is the deal breakers. So have your list ready. And then be open to love. So I know that like most of the time the focus here is going to be on the counterpart, but I feel like here you need to be open to seeing love coming in any other form too, because the Ace of Cups is absolutely a new connection coming in. All right, so It doesn't look like with the ones who are in complete separation that you're going to be out of it anytime soon. Let me see if I can get a timing card. What was my timing card here? Okay, so the Three of Pentacles is about 3 years. I mean, this could be something that has been going on for 3 years. That could have that. I don't feel like that this is going to take 3 years. So that feels pretty significant to me. So it could be something that this connection has been going on for 3 years. Okay, so I'm going to close this out with the Art of Manifestation Oracle. Okay, so what can you do to help bring your manifestations in? Have your voice, and that's a 22 card. Is there something that you need to say? An inability to speak out can leave us feeling hurt and resentment, which can then create a kind of internal energetic roadblock. Voice your feelings to yourself or write them down. It's time to release the past. And I think that releasing the past is also a big part of that. And then the other part I'm getting is like also really writing down. So when you're writing down, like, this is all of the must-haves for my, specific person, and this is all the deal breakers, for that specific person. That is setting intentions. Like when you're writing it out, like my counterpart must this and must not do this. And I actually started, and I didn't say it, it's counterpart. I put it as my husband. My husband will do this, and my husband will not do this. Like I really created, and I'm still doing it. Like I'm still creating the list. So like anytime you realize, oh, that's something I absolutely would like for my husband to do, or my wife, or however you want to say this, you go write that down on that list when it comes to you. If it's something that you know that you wouldn't want your husband or wife to do, then you would put that down on the other side. And so that's helping you get really, really clear about the actual intentions that you have, your actual desires, the actual life that you're trying to manifest. You're seeing it on paper, and it's helping to make it make sense for you again. All right, so we're going to close out there with Group A, and we're going to go ahead and move forward with Group B. If you found value in this, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, so it will push it out to more people and help grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. All right, Group B. Hello, Group B. All right, so these are for those of you who are in contact, but you are still in separation. So we're going to start with the wisdom of the oracle to pull the overall energy of this connection. All right. What is the overall energy of this connection? We have a change in the wind. So a change is coming to this connection. Let me go ahead and look at this card in the book. Change in the wind. Relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other, and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunity for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know what you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, goodwill will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. So this is a 44 card, which is about protection. And so it does feel like this change is going to be a bit uncomfortable, possibly. Let's see if I can. Okay. All right, so we're going to be using the Barbara Moore's Gilded Tarot to pull the spread from. So the first 3 cards are just going to show me the current timeline that we're on. Show me the current timeline for those that are in separation, but they are also in contact to some level. Show me that timeline. All right. So the current timeline for this connection, we have the King of Wands, 4 of Cups, and the Fool. So past, present, future. In the past, we have the King of Cups. So there was a lot of passion. So I feel like that this is probably why things didn't get to the serious level for you, because it was more focused on the sensual things. This was more, it was heated. I mean, there was a lot of passion, and it probably felt really, really good, but there's not a lot of commitment to this. And so where we're at right now is this 4 of Cups energy. And so the 4 of Cups energy is this feeling of missing out, but it's also, there is someone here that's being given this golden opportunity right in front of them, but for whatever reason, they aren't seeing it, they aren't valuing it, they aren't taking it. Because one part of this is that they could want it to look like a certain thing or come in a certain way, and it's not showing up that way. So they're not seeing it at all as the value that it really is. So this is why it's really not coming together right now. It's just because of this energy right here. But we are moving to this Fool energy. And the Fool energy is about taking a leap of faith. It's trusting what the universe has for us. So I do feel like part of the change that we were seeing right here, the changes that are coming, is taking this leap of faith. It's doing something different. All right, so the next part of this, I want to see what are the current challenges at this time in this connection. The current challenges, woo, that's a big one. That's a big one. The Devil. So the Devil is about our addictions. It's about our codependency. It's about just our toxic traits. And so another part that I'm seeing, though, is that, again, it's not quite overcome just the passion part, the desire part. Like, it's not gotten passed over to the, truly the love part where we're wanting to, like, make something solid out of this. It's still just about having fun right here. This part is still just about having fun. Okay, so why is that the case? We have the Hierophant. So that's about commitment. So the person that you're dealing with may be afraid of commitments, but you also are likely afraid of commitments too, because you are interested in someone who is non-committal. Like, I learned that about myself a couple years ago. Like, I saw myself as someone who would commit, like that, someone who, I didn't see myself as a commitment phobe. But what I did realize is that I was choosing people who, on some level, I knew they would not choose me, and they weren't choosing me. And in that way, it made it easier for me because I wasn't the bad guy. Like, I was, if they just wanted to, but yet at the same time, I knew very well that those people, because I could see enough, I had enough, evidence to prove to me that this was the case, but those people were not going to choose me. So that made it super easy to keep staying non-committal by choosing people who would never choose me without actually acknowledging that I was non-committal, because, it put me in that chaser energy though, for sure. But again, at the end of the day, I sort of knew who was and who wasn't. And when I got into a connection that they actually did want like the serious commitment really fast, it scared me and I ended it. I was in a relationship for 5 months, and I mean, there was so much that was good about this person. But the thing that scared me was how forceful they were about wanting to move in, about wanting to move things to the next level. They were already talking marriage, and I was just, oh, you are scaring me half to death. And so I did. I ended up just ending it. And, that person was very, like, they knew that was where they were headed. I wasn't there yet. And it was just so clear, like in that one, who the non-committal person was, because it was me. But I feel like that, again, that's what's going on in this, is that we have at least one person who is feeling non-committal, but I feel like that it could be partly on both sides, because you are still choosing to chase after this person who is not choosing you. Okay, so what is the advice at this time? We have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is about integrity. It's about holding your integrity. It's about, there's not really winners or losers. So I feel like, okay, winning at all costs, that's what I'm getting. Okay, the cost is going to be to you. So, like, I feel like that this is the energy, like that feeling cheated out of the connection is the thing that's keeping you like chasing the connection, but it's cheating you. That energy is cheating you. The more that you continue to chase after somebody who's making it clear they are not in any way ready to commit to you. And I will say, like with that one person that I talked about earlier, if they had just waited, and just give it like just giving me the space, because 5 months was really fast to be talking about marriage for me. But and especially because I had come out of an 18-year marriage, I wasn't going to just jump right back into one and into another. That was too much for me. So if he had just waited and given me the space to be able to get comfortable, to be able to make this transition, I think that he would have had a better shot. But see, he had a different timeline, about the way that he wanted things to go than I did. And so everything works out the way it's supposed to work out. But this right here is going to cheat you in the end, is if you continue to chase after people who are not at a place where they are able to commit to you. All right. So what does this situation look like in 1 week? We have the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the World. All right, so I feel like in 1 week, you're actually going to be making a decision to move away from this connection. So with the Five of Pentacles, that's feeling left out in the cold. With the Knight of Swords, there's a little bit of rage in that. Like, I see things very clearly, and I am like, And then with the World, that's about closing out the old cycles. And that's one of the ways that you can really move things forward. Okay, so if your counterpart is having his cake and eating it too, is what I'm kind of getting from that, is that this is the way that you're going to be able to flip that energy and to get it unstuck from the cycle that it's in right now. But I mean, you do have to make an ending to things, to the way things have been. So I do feel like that ending is like, that's in 1 week. I do feel like that's coming. So what is your best move forward in this connection? We have the Nine of Wands, Temperance, and the Page of Pentacles. So the Nine of Wands is just reminding you that this is a long game. This is a long game. So this is a long, difficult road. You do have what it takes. So there's some determination and endurance in this card too. But this is the long game. And with the Temperance card, that's also telling you that same thing, that patience is needed, This person is not ready. And so even when I'm saying this about closing out the old cycles, one of the things is just relieving the pressure on the connection. I'm going to start looking, possibly being open to other possibilities for myself, giving you the space to do whatever you need to do. But I may have to be open to other possibilities for myself so that I can get myself to where it is that I'm wanting to be. But I mean, if you're willing to give this person the space and time that they need, I feel like that this is telling you that this can happen if you give it enough patience for it to be able to balance itself. The passion and the emotions in this card right here, we've got the passion coming out with the fire, balancing it with the emotions. Okay, and then with the Page of Pentacles, that is manifesting in a new opportunity. So, I mean, I feel like no matter what decision, this really looks like, this world, this ending really looks like, I feel like that there will be opportunity for this to come back together, for it to come back around. All right, so I'm going to close this out with the Art of Manifestation Oracle. What can you do to help bring your manifestations in? Ooh, difficult emotions, and this is an 11 card. This card asks you to listen to your emotions. Every emotion we have is necessary and important to us, even the challenging ones. Difficult feelings are letting you know that something is not okay. Learn to understand and love your emotions and discover how they serve you. All right, so that does kind of look like this change is going to be not the one that you're probably hoping for. I think this change is going to be a refocus of your energy to other things. And so you're going to be listening to your emotions through this. Your emotions are telling you how you really truly feel. It's your soul alignment. Your emotions are giving you a soul alignment. So in this connection, overall, how is this connection making you feel? Is it making you feel expanded and vibrant and, just ready to, like embrace life? Or is it making you feel anxious and scared, confused, and like wanting to kind of like close yourself in? So the one that expands you, that's the soul alignment. You want to keep moving towards that. Anything that's making you feel all of these other things, that's giving you the information there that it's time to make a pause. It's time to, really inspect, why is that the case? Where is this coming from? What changes do I need to make? And I think there are definitely changes that are going to need to be made, just so that we can put some appropriate boundaries around, so that we can start really setting the right intentions that are going to lead us to, our ultimate manifestations. All right, so I'm going to close out Group B here, and we're going to go ahead and move forward with Group C. But if you found value in this, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel, hit the bell for notifications, and it will let you know every time we post a new video. All right, so Group C. So you're the ones who are lucky enough to be in some form of union right now. And let me just tell you, those other two messages that I just did were kind of rough for those people, because those were the ones who are in separation. And it did feel like that they're going to be in an even extended separation. It almost seemed like both of them were making redirections. And so that was kind of shocking for me. So I do know the astrology that we're moving into kind of supports some difficult times ahead. So let's just see now where yours is going. Hopefully we've got some positive news for you. Again, so if you're in union, that means, to me, that you are considering yourselves in relationship in some way. So, I mean, you could be like married, you could be, living together, you could be just in relationship. But I mean, you are definitely, this is your person, and it's kind of known. Okay. So we're going to be using the wisdom of the oracle to pull the overall energy of this connection. And then we'll use the Light Seer's Tarot to pull the spread. So what is the energy of this connection for those that are in union with their twin flames? right. Overall energy of this connection. We have community. Community. Let's see. That is an 8 card. You're discovering the essential qualities that you share with another, and perhaps also those you don't share. There are times when you follow and the other person leads, and times when you lead and the other person follows. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another. Accepting the truth that everyone has flaws is part of that dance. Yet you are also being asked to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. You're in the perfect place to make changes in order to experience the best version of who you can be together. So there is still a level of difficulty that comes even once you get into union. And I say this all the time in a lot of my personal readings, is like with the twin flame connection, this isn't usually that sitting in the rockers on your porch in your old age type of energy, a type of connection, type of relationship. It is great love. It does have a lot to offer, but it also, the purpose of this connection is to ascend you and to expand you. And so that's what all of the triggering is for, because you've got all of this unhealed trauma within you that your twin is just like pecking on, not even consciously doing it. They just know how to show this mirror to you of like, whoa, I did not know that about myself, and I do not like this about myself, kind of thing. And like, okay, I need to work on this. I need to do something about this. And so like that is the best way to use this connection, whether you're in union or not, is like, let them be your mirror. And hopefully they're allowing you to be theirs, because that's exactly what it's doing. And it's showing you all of these unhealed places that are keeping you out of true unity within yourself, in which the unity within yourself brings you unity with all, including your counterpart, which, so I do feel like that's the dance. That's the dance it's talking about, is learning how to use the triggers, how to work with the triggers, not to let the triggers be the thing that's like blows you up. It's not supposed to be that kind of trigger. It's supposed to be like, aha, it catches you right there so that you can think about it, like, so that I can process this and see that this thing has come up for me. So that's the dance that you're learning in this connection. It's going to always feel just a little bit difficult. But I love like even the energy of this 8 that is the card. I mean, that to me has like this dance to it too, this flow, this ebb and flow of the connection. So like it said, sometimes one is going to lead and the other has to follow, and then it's going to ebb and flow again. And sometimes one of you is going to have high energy, one of you is going to have low energy. Sometimes one of you is going to be really expanding in your career, and the other one might be struggling. And it's just always finding that balance between you. That's the dance. And I mean, it's hard for all connections, but for the twin flame relationship, that is really, really challenging. That's mastery level. All right, so we're going to be using the Light Seers Tarot to pull the spread. So the first line is going to show me just the current timeline that you're on. So what is going on with a group of twin flames that are in union? What is going on with this group of twin flames that are in union? All right. All right, so the current timeline, we have the Queen of Swords. So somebody is trying to make a decision, a very wise, logical decision, or you did make a decision. And it brought about quite the change with the Death and Rebirth card. And that change is bringing in a lot of joy with the Page of Wands. So what decision was made? the Hierophant. I feel like that's the commitment, which was a wish granted. Oh, and a complete gift. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. So that was a wise decision, for you to move forward in this connection. But it is bringing about quite the change. I mean, life changing. It's a complete portal energy in this card. And so I just feel like you've gotten just very clear. This is the direction I know I need to go. Like, you're not even wavering on that. And it is bringing in so much joy. All right. So what are your current challenges at this time? We have the High Priestess, trusting your intuition. And so I feel like this intuition is the thing that even got you to this change, to this place. And so, like, you have a lot of evidence already that can prove to you that you can trust yourself, that you do know these things when they are, being presented to you. All right. So why is this the challenge? The Page of Swords. So you just feel like you're not prepared. You feel like there's still something you need to learn, like that you're still, you just don't feel like you're prepared, that you don't have enough information, that you don't feel that confidence within yourself, that you know enough to be able to, you just don't feel like you know enough. All right. So your advice is the Page of Cups. And so the Page of Cups is to allow yourself to believe that life can be really amazing. This is the When Pigs Fly card. It is, it's the dreamer. It's just allow yourself to really, really dream big and believe that this can really be, amazing for you. All right. So what does this situation look like in 1 week? We have the Empress, Justice, and the Eight of Cups. All right, so the Empress is about, it's the divine feminine energy. It is about creation. It's about something that you're bringing into this world. And there's justice that's coming for this. And I feel like that this is the thing that's like, it's pushing you further on the path. It's helping you, again, to release something that no longer served you, and it's pushing you further on the path. So what is the thing what's the justice? We have the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Cups. All right, so this feels like no regrets. I feel like this decision right here was like, this is the justice. This is the justice, because this is what you've realized, how much happiness was to be found here, or this is what you both realized, how much happiness was found in this connection. And that this is not like, it's not going to be your regret, because this card is all about regrets. Like, I know exactly what I want with this card, and I'm not going to regret this. No regrets. All right. So best move forward at this time. We have the Eight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Emperor. I love that we already had the Empress and the Emperor out, and we don't even have a lot of cards out. So, I mean, that really does show how very, very aligned you are and on mission, and just really on mission, the balance that you have found. So best move forward, we have the Eight of Wands. So trust the information that you're receiving. You're getting a lot of downloads. I feel like you're super connected. With the Two of Pentacles, this tells me it's about bringing that information and grounding it into your reality. And then the Emperor is about having that leading with leadership, confidence. Like, it's about the strategy. It's knowing that you have, okay, you feel like you don't have enough experience, information, but you do. Like, you have, with this card right here, there's some sort of raw talent here, just this raw ability of being able to just strategically, it's the chess pieces, what I'm really connecting with, is like that you do know how to really maneuver yourself, and you're seeing like a bigger picture, and you can see all of the parts and all the parts and okay, all the parts and pieces in place. And like, you're, just all these steps ahead. You can see it before it all kind of falls apart, and you're seeing it before other people. I mean, like, you've got this amazing leadership in that just because you're able to see things from this perspective and make actions, make plans, strategy. There's something about that. It's like, but that's your best move forward. It's just to continue to like that 3 steps ahead, just seeing it up enough to 3 steps ahead. So you're not stressing about like, oh, life's hitting me right now, because you're 3 steps ahead. You've already planned this out. You already see how this is going to go. All right. So what can you do right now to bring your manifestations in? All right. Allow yourself to receive. That is a beautiful card too. One of the greatest blocks in our ability to manifest our greatest desires is our inability to allow ourselves to receive. This card asks that you take some time to identify any inner beliefs, perceptions, and attitudes that stop you from receiving, and one by one, remove these resistances. And I'm really picking up this right here. See, and coming back to you not feeling that you have enough, that you are prepared enough, that you know enough. I feel like that you are connected enough, and you need to trust that even if you haven't studied something, that you are connected enough that this information is available to you, because you have like just the heightened awareness and the extreme intuition that's helping to bring all of these messages in. And so again, I feel like that the way that you've kind of looked at life to this point is it's more of the 3D, and we're moving from the 3D to the 5D. And the way that the 5D works, you're not having to spend years in universities to learn this stuff. It's really quantum, like, and it's a lot of it is just a remembering. Because as you open up, especially on the twin flame mission, as you are opening up to all of these gifts, I mean, you're opening up to the gifts of all of your past lives. And so that's the stuff that's coming out, and it's just a remembering. And so while you feel like that you aren't prepared, you have had lifetimes upon lifetimes upon lifetimes of preparation to get you to this point. And so you have, for you to be in union at this time, I mean, especially on this planet at this time, if you are in union right now, you have extreme purpose and mission right now that needs to be happening. And it's going to come from this information that's coming in from the downloads, from your intuition, from your guides. I just feel like there's tons of information, and that you are looking at it in this, like, the monkey mind is what I'm getting, is like you're over analyzing your own abilities. And it's those self-limiting beliefs. It is the self-limiting beliefs. Let me tell you, and that's the fears. One of the strongest self-limiting beliefs that I have had in my life is the fear of speaking. Being autistic, that alone like makes it very hard for social interactions. And when I was very young, I would go mute as well. And so I always struggled with communication. I always struggled with speaking, verbally speaking. And I had wanted to be an elementary school teacher. And when I signed up for all of the classes at the university, it wasn't university, it was college, but sorry. When I signed up for all the classes, 2 weeks before it was time for those classes to start, I started looking at the schedule again. And I realized I was going to have to take a speech class every single semester that I was in school to be a teacher. And I panicked because I just did not think that that was something that I could do. And I changed my major to office management, and I completely talked myself out of doing that. And, I'm looking at that now. I'm looking back at it now. I had such a strong fear of public speaking. Yet what am I doing right this minute? Like, that fear of public speaking like caused me to completely change, this trajectory that I was on. That's the power that fear can have over us. instead of just trusting because I felt called, because I felt the call within me to teach and to lead. Now, see, it may have taken me a different path. And I mean, clearly that wasn't the path that I was supposed to be on, because I think things do work out the way that they're meant to. What's meant for you will not pass you by. So I feel like that if that was intended for me to be a school teacher, that would have worked out. But I was a school teacher in the way that I was a homeschool mom for, several lots of years. In fact, I taught literally every single grade level. So I got to teach, but it was my own kids. So, and now then I am being pushed into more of a public speaking role, which again, absolutely terrified me and was one of my strongest self-limiting beliefs. And so I feel like you've got a major self-limiting belief in yourself, is what I'm picking up, is because of this, I don't feel like I have enough. I'm not experienced enough. I don't know enough. I'm still seeking. You're not trusting about who you are and what's already within you and what your own natural abilities are about connecting and getting this information. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close this out with the Art of Manifestation Oracle. So what can you do to help bring your manifestations in? All right. We have bless your past. A useful tool to help us to let go of any emotional residue that is still clinging to us from a past experience is to bless your past. Whenever the memory of an event or person comes to mind, pause and say to yourself, I bless every aspect of my past, and I celebrate the contribution that it gave me and in becoming the person that I am today. And so I think that's a big part for you is this right here. There's something about your past that is causing you to feel inadequate, that's causing you to not trust the information that's coming to you. But yet you are so very aligned. And it's every bit of that past that created you into the person that you are today. And so we're going to bless the past, and we're moving on with this 5 energy. We're changing. We're not staying in the past. We're not going to perpetuate the past. We are changing from that. But we are going to release it with love. We're going to understand, that it was necessary to get us to where we are at this time. All right. So I'm going to close it out there. Hopefully you found value in this. And if you did, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications, and it will let you know every time we post a new video. We post daily videos. We have 7 readers on the channel, so each reader has taken a different day of the week. I do Tuesdays, and I alternate between Twin Flame Tuesday and Angel Messages. We have our Mondays and Friday live card pulls that we're doing, and so Mondays it's at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then on Fridays it's 5 p.m. Eastern. And then each month we'll do a monthly episode. Next month in September, we're going to be talking about the eclipse on our monthly episodes. I'm really excited about that. And we also do a free reading giveaway at that event. So definitely want to check us out for that. All right. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.